Guys, welcome back to Around the Yard. My name's Brent, and today we're out exploring the backyard here. As you might be able to see off behind me here in the snow off of that pitched roof, we had a little issue with a roof. So didn't look like it from the house, so I wasn't really worried about checking on it. From the back of the house here, you can kind of see the front of these buildings, and everything looked kind of hunky-dory, and yeah, we're good, we're gonna make it through. And then just last week here, the wife and I unloaded some chicken feed into the red barn here and kind of checked on things. The building to my right here, this lean-to that we did a previous video on, and braced it up with 5 or 6 2x4s. So far that's holding. The other building that we put one brace in, that did not hold. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys that here in a second. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Give me a comment down below. Hit that like button. It really helps out the channel. Yeah, so here, we'll show you what's going on. All right, so here's the quick update in this other building. This is the lean-to with the, I guess it's got 4 posts in it. Doesn't look any worse for wear. Looks like how we left it. I'm not going to go in there because it's a skating rink, but you can see that 2x8's in basically the same position. Down on the base there where it's shiny, where the 2x4s are sitting, that's where the water's kind of dripped in after it's been melting here for a while. So that's holding. That's a good sign, but this whole side of the building is going to have to get tore off, I think. Maybe a couple pieces of tin we can salvage, but that's going to be about it. So anyway, I'll go show you this other building. All right, well, you can see our 2x4 helped here a little bit. Try and zoom in there. So it actually wound up kind of twisting that. It's still supporting, and that's what kept the rest of the building from coming down. Let's see here. This first 10 feet is still supported. So we got this 4x4, this 4x4 are still intact, still connecting to that 2x8. It's not severed all the way through, but the toenail board that was in the side of the other building, and then I think I showed in a previous video, this 2x6 was cracked at the far end. So it was a matter of time before this thing was coming down, but you know, it's better that it's down now, because it's not such a false sense of security on this thing. I feel okay about walking in here, but there we go. So that's how that kind of happened. So it's twisted. The hurricane clips held, they didn't bend. But you can see how this was all sistered together. You know, this is real great. This is like a 2-foot 2x4, another 2-footer, and then like a 8 or 9 footer or whatever going back. So not the ideal way to do a roof. This was cobbled together by the previous owner. We didn't do this, so but it's just as well, like I said, that this came down now, because it was really kind of giving you a false sense of security that things were secure under here. So yeah, that's kind of our pile of stuff here. We got some fence and some garden hose, some tile. We got some old chimney flue back there underneath the ladder. All our winter sleds and stuff like that. So at any rate, I'll show you around the side here. All right, so then this is the kind of the south side of this building, and you can kind of see here. So I've got The IBC tote cages on the right hand side, so we got a stack of 6 of these. I've got all the IBC totes, the bladders that we took out, and this was a substantial stack, so the snow has actually kind of caved these in. Let's see here. You can kind of see down here. Let's see, right here, these are all caved in, and there's another set behind those and another set yet behind those. So this was 3 deep and two totes high. So there's 9 on the bottom, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, there's like 17 totes here, maybe 18. And this snow that slid off of this green roof has since pretty much collapsed all the totes, and also shed enough snow onto that far roof, onto that lean-to roof, that it collapsed that as well. So actually this is the other thing. There we go. All right. So the existing lean-to, this guy here, is about 20 feet deep, maybe 24. The little red building with the garage door on it is this roof here. That's about 16, 18 feet deep. And we've got a gap in the middle between this building, the garage door building, and this roof of about 6 or 8 feet. So I'm looking at replacing this lean-to with something else. Trying to decide if I want to go over the top of the existing building, the red building that's still standing, or if I want to put 2 separate buildings in. If I do 2 separate buildings, I'm still worried about this green roof sliding snow off onto it and destroying whatever new structure I put here. So be curious what you guys think I should replace here. It's probably not quite 20 feet wide. It's probably more like 16 or so. And about 20 feet deep, I would say, to where the existing structure is. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think I should do here. Again, these are all kind of existing structures. They're not in the greatest shape. They're here's kind of the grain building, I guess we kind of call it. It's got a little bit of extra storage in it. It was kind of cobbled together with all kinds of things. I think you can kind of see the various signs and siding that's on this thing. So yeah, kind of a little bit of everything back here. It'd be nice if it was maybe more of a true building, like the chicken coops that we built, or the one that we built. But yeah, curious what you guys think. Let me know. We'll do a quick little tour here to finish it out around the yard, kind of show you what's melting and what we still have for snow. So stick around. So here we're looking into the backyard. We got some ice and whatnot over here. This is where I kind of was plowing with the skid loader and tracking up to the back door. There's still a lot of snow in this backyard. There's actually quite a bit of shade, even with no leaves. The tree cover is pretty tight back here. You can kind of see up on the roof there. You can see we need some insulation actually. The garage is uninsulated. That's all the white, and then basically everything else is the house roof there. So we definitely need to add some insulation, make that better for next year, but it's on the docket. So anyhow, keep walking around. Hey, Emmy. So here we got the snow sliding off the roof. There we go. So that's the other thing to keep in mind on a pole shed. If the slope is steep enough, it might just sit up there and then it falls whenever it wants to. If it's steeper, it slides off as soon as possible. Looks like this tree branch was up there. I know that was up there for a while. There's an oak tree kind of right above this thing. So that must have snapped off in a windstorm, but I'm sure it came off of this tree here. You can see it kind of dangles over the barn, so that lines up pretty good. There's one other spot up here. I noticed I had a pretty good pond going. I think I'm gonna have to get some more gravel in. Now it's kind of soaked up, so maybe we're okay, but this was quite deep the other day I drove through here. So right where these two tire tracks are that are holding water, this was quite deep. Oh, good. Found my clip. Good, it's not in the feather. So, yeah, pretty solid, but this is definitely the low point. So yeah, but here I'll pan around to the what we have left for the wood yard here. Let's see. All right, so there's where we're setting up the miter box to do the slab wood. So I think I'm gonna use Hometown Acres idea, using the excavator here this spring and using the thumb and the bucket to pick up these slabs a group at a time and use the chainsaw to cut them off. I've got my AccuMark that I can cut 16-inch lengths with. I think we're gonna give that a good go. I didn't quite get through all the slab wood this year. I still have 3.5 or 4 bundles left, so I'd really like to get that out of here, get that stacked up into IBC totes, so it's less of a mess. This is the bigger maple rounds that we got off of that tree service earlier in the, or let's see, late last fall. We got a tote here with the really big chunks in it. You can kind of see how twisted the grain is on these. It just wasn't going to split in the North Star splitter, and maybe it'll split with the new splitter we got coming, but it's so twisted it's going to wind up just being boiler wood, I think, anyway. So at any rate, that's the deal there. Let's see, I'll show you one last thing over here by the existing wood yard, and a wood yard number 1 starting to show through. There we go. Sorry for the bumpy camera, but so this is starting to come through. The snow pile is kind of coming down. I would say that's about 6 feet high and 20-25 feet deep, so that's still got a little ways to go. Got quite a bit of gravel in it, so that hopefully that'll help it melt. And then here's kind of the rest of the ash and maple that we had stacked up. So this pile here is a lot of the bigger stuff, which I'm hoping the new log splitter is just going to chew through. The pile back here has a lot of limb wood, and then there's a couple bigger pieces of ash. And then this pile again is kind of medium-sized stuff. This is a lot of 6 and 8s and 10s, even going back into here. And I've got on the far side, I've got another stack, and that's a lot of silver maple back here. I've got it on telephone poles up off the ground. So that's kind of that's what we got here for wood yard 1. Wood yard 2, way down in the corner, we haven't touched that. That's got quite a bit of wood in it too. And there again, hoping with the new splitter coming, we're gonna have a lot of work for it to do. So at any rate, all right folks, I guess that'll wrap it up. Sorry we didn't do much today, but did want to give an update on those sheds now that we kind of know that they collapsed. So we'll have a demolition video here as soon as spring kind of hits and the ice melts. I think we'll tear it down, probably with the mini excavator. If there's anything salvageable, like that front end, probably take that off by hand so we can save some of the sheet metal, some of the 2x4s and 4x4s, just to have them on hand. But the stuff that's really wrecked will just get clawed apart with the Mini. Any rate, that's kind of the update from around the yard. There's still plenty of snow around here. Not as fortunate as back 40 to not have a lot of snow this year. It'd be nice to be in the wood yard here, but we got too much ice and just too much snow cover yet. So I'm hoping here in the next 4 to 6 weeks or so we get some really good melting going on and it starts to dry out, and then we can get back into the wood yard. Also mentioned on that previous video, got a wood splitter showing up, so hoping we can go get that here in the next month or so. But you'll see a lot of that coming up, so I think you guys will be excited to see what that is. Yeah, anyhow, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I think most of you guys watching that you aren't subscribed yet, so every little bit helps. I think we just cracked 240 subs, so I thank you for everybody that is a subscriber. Again, share it with your friends, and stick around, and we're going to have some more fun this summer. Have a great day around the yard.